no heroes. Woo! No heroes. No heroes, baby.
Hello and welcome back, guys, to another deck profile video here on our YouTube channel. My name is Abra, and guys, again, special guest with a special leader. Yeah, what's your name?
Hi, I'm RUDI.S, or you can also know me under OG.
Yes, so this is our top 16 Perona deck profile that we do right now. Rudy was managed to make it to the top 16 with Perona. Also played on stream, was doing very good. At the end, 7-2, you got your Cavendish, you got your Chopper. Are you happy with your performance?
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm really excited. It's amazing.
That's so nice, and just congrats for that amazing achievement there.
Thank you.
7-2 with Perona, 9 rounds. We played online Treasure Cup 8.5. Important to know. So it is one of the last events before that big event Banner Card Fest is coming. Do you got a ticket for that?
Sadly, I don't.
No.
I would really like to participate, but I missed the card sale, so I didn't get one. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go anyway and maybe try to get one for the main event or just play side events.
Yeah, spectator tickets, I think you can still get them, so you can play side event at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question at the end then. Let's show us your deck. Let's see your interesting deck that you have.
Okay, so it's first of all standard Vano Perona with the four Monoskas and the 4 Tama Searchers.
Can you maybe turn the card to the camera side? Yeah, yes.
Like this?
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
And this?
Yes.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, just a standard Searchers, and we play 3 2K ISOs.
Ooh, the PRB altered.
Yes, it's the PRB.
Wow.
Really nice 2K. Sometimes the effect is really useful, especially in combination with the Hiyori.
Yeah.
We play 2 of. It's nice to have in draft to really get the sequencing good with the Ryuma KO.
Yes.
And like I already announced him, the Ryuma, main card of the deck. It's really amazing how it synergizes with the Perona lead ability. And another nice card, standard 3, You Can Be My Samurai.
I have nightmares from this card. I always forget about this the name of this card. What is the real name of this card?
It's You Can Be My Samurai.
It's You Can Be My Samurai. Shout out to Moses on stream. Every time we just pronounce that card completely different. One time it was You Want to Be My Samurai. One time it was Can I Be Your Samurai? Every name because it's so long. But how good is this card in this deck?
It's amazing. It's like you need to play like with your Gecko. You play out a Hiyori and a toy soldier. And then you can use the You Can Be My Samurai to rest the Hiyori and the Gecko to draw 2 cards. It gives you so much card advantage, and lets you really defend like your life, because you're a 4-life leader, so you go down really fast if you don't use your counters. So you go low on hand size. So this card really helps the deck. I love it.
Absolutely.
And another Wano card, kind of tech for Bonnie.
Oh, what is this?
Bingo.
Whoa! What is happening right now? What is this card?
One drop bingo out of EB01, I think.
Okay.
It can rest itself and KO rest at 1 cost. It's activate main. So the reason for this card really, I think, is against Bonnie. To clear the Hawkins. An Ice Edge plus this cleared Hawkins for me 2 times today. And Hawkins is like the biggest problem for Perona in Bonnie. So really nice card.
Wow, I didn't think of play like this, but now I understand how good this card can be. Also, because it's activate main, your opponent has to attack that one. It's an auto blocker.
Yes, it forces an attack and it KOs something. Sometimes it's also nice into the Dofi just to get rid of those
Perona, Buggy, all of the one drops.
Because so he can't like bounce them for free with the law.
Makes sense. So, wow, cool card.
Yes, then we play 3 toy soldiers for cost reduction and 3 Tsuros And the last cost reduction I play is the 3 Ice Age.
The best one, I would say. Or is it
Yeah.
not the best one?
Ice Age, always amazing, but sadly it doesn't have a counter. And sometimes we're really desperate for counters in this deck.
Yeah.
So that's why I play 3, 3, and 3. Yeah.
Makes sense. How good was the one-leg soldier?
The one-legged soldier comes up a lot, I think. Like especially in your 10-don turn, in combination with Moria and Hiyori. And another spicy card to clear like 8 drops. I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
So we don't have to waste our Ice Age on something like a Moria.
Okay.
So now for another big guys, we play 3 of Creek.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like to get rid of the Buffy swarm. Like it's necessary. I played without it for some games against a friend, and I didn't stand a chance without him. So I play 3 of them.
How good was he today?
It went okay. I didn't face the Dofi, so it didn't come up as clutch. But it was also really amazing into Black Yellow because it threatens a double attack. So they can't really go down to if they are 2, they can't really go down to 0 because if they take that, then a really big swing comes into their face, and they really have to go down in hand size.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's why also good into Black Yellow. And then we play the 4 Morias. I don't think I need to say why.
No, not really.
We play 3 Zorros. I'm kind of on the fence about this one. Today it was the best card in my deck for real. But it kind of is not that good into like Dofi, and I thought Dofi was the best deck of the format, but it doesn't have that high of a representation, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
So kind of surprised about that.
It is surprised,
yeah. I tested out with the 10-drop Dofi, which feels amazing into Dofi, and it's better into black decks in general. But the Zorro, I mean, you saw it against the Nell.
Yeah,
it just wins games like on its own, and it's so good.
Absolutely. And also one important thing to say, BY Luffy, by far the best deck in the format for 8.5.
Oh, yes.
And if you have a card, everyone knows the most horrible card for BY Luffy is that Zorro, for sure.
Yeah.
And when you play 3 of them, you draw a lot of cards, we know, with that Samurai event card. I again forgot the name. It's crazy, but that Zorro is very important, and also against Enel, if they cannot play a Raigo like we saw it on stream, very, very strong. And also one card, I think not everyone is thinking like, okay, is there a Zorro coming or not, because not every green deck is playing Zorro anymore, especially Perona, so it's a surprise to see, okay, now a Zorro is on the field, what should I do now?
Yes, like Bonnie decks cut him nearly completely. That's all. So no one has it on its radar. So it comes unexpected, which is really nice. Yeah,
absolutely.
Really like the card in the format. And for our blockers, we play 2 Rosinante. Really nice to get a blocker with the Moria, and also the KO effect with the Ryuma. So I like to play a 2-cost blocker, as well as a nice effect of protection, especially in combination with your You Can Be My Samurai.
Oh, sure.
You can rest the Moria, and it's protected via the Rosinante, so they have to like clear the Rosinante first before they can clear your big guys. Like that. Then we play triple Borsalino and triple Zabo. They are really needed to get to the late game, and Zabo just such an amazing card into black decks.
Zabo is always one of the MVPs.
Yes, and the last card I played is 2 of the Sugar, 2 drops.
Whoa! What?
Yeah, that's that's my tech choice.
Wow.
I believe it's necessary in a Perona deck because it allows you, for example, in an 8-on turn to get rid of a 5-cost body and play your Moria. because you can go -1 with the Perona, play out a Ryuma over the Gecko and the Sugar, and the Sugar rests the 5 cost, and the Ryuma can KO it then. So
you're right.
I really like this card. It helps you with your sequencing, just like the Hiyori does. And it doesn't require you, like the Hiyori, to have the Ryuma in hand, which oftentimes you don't. Yeah, and like I said, in your Tendon turn, you can use a Toy Soldier, give -3 to a Moria, for example, use -1 with the leader ability, and then play out Sugar into Ryuma to KO it. It just feels really clean. I'm really convinced about this card.
Crazy.
Yeah,
It's the first time I heard this combo, but it makes sense now because only the one effect works. The other effect, you have to play a Don Ricotta Pirate Leader, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
But that on play to rest 4 cost or less, very important, and it is a 2 cost. So now I understand with Moria that combo. Wow, that's what I like about Perona. You have so many different deck lists for every Perona player, because one is like this card is good, the other one is like this card is good. You have so many different options to play. Like we see that one of, what is the name? Bingo?
Bingo, yes.
Bingo, yeah, bingo. So the one of bingo there. We have the 2 of Sugar. That's a deck list that looks very, very interesting, and it worked out very good. Top 16.
Yes.
An 8.5, where I'm pretty sure a lot of players are like, Perona is completely dead in this meta, especially against Dofi. You have no chance, but you see, top 16, 7-2, very, very strong. Wow, that deck looks very good, but I got one question. Why no Moria Altats, and why no Zoro Altats, and why no Gasolino and Sabo?
That's a good question.
I'm just
to be
joking.
fair, I'm not a fan of the Zoro Altat, except for the manga, but don't have that kind of money. Yeah, but the Moria Altat is necessary. I'm 100% sure. Like maybe not the PRB one, but
the OG one from
OG one. It looks so amazing.
Yeah, it looks crazy.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. But it was just a fun.
No,
fun
you're right.
Because at the bottom we have different items there. Then at the top, only Creek.
Now that I have got the Cavendish and the Chopper, maybe I can finally ice out my deck.
That's right. Ice out your deck. That's right.
Yes.
Very nice. What is your favorite card in this deck? Let's talk about this. What's your what would you say is the MVP of this deck?
Like the core essence gotta be the Ryuma. Yeah. It's like the entire deck revolves around finding him with all the searchers, and it's like the key card for this deck. So I really love the card, and also big fan of Sugar, because I'm like, it's the really first time I was like, damn, that's such a nice combo. I gotta include it.
Wow.
Yeah, but I also really like the card draw. It feels just so good. Yes, it feels amazing to use it, and like you want like Moria or something, you really need it, and you're just able to draw it. It feels so good.
Absolutely. That's why this card is so strong. I know back in the days, there was in OPO1, there was some red-green Lord decks that played that card. I know that. Then since then, I never saw this card again. And then, since the Otama release, when you have the double Wano Kuni package, this card did a comeback, and it worked out really good. Unfortunately, Perona is not at the top level like leaders like BY Luffy, Lucci, or Doffy. But Perona is a deck, and that's what I like about Perona. First of all, the color combination is interesting. Yeah, with that rest KO like this. And in blue-black, you have bottom and cost reduction. And Perona, you have cost reduction and rest. And then KO. Yes. And also, one of the last leaders with 2 effects. And I love leaders with 2 effects.
Same. I love the variants. Yeah, you can either I think about, okay, do I need to -1 my opponent's character, or should I rest it and swing into it? Or for example, like, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just being able to do multiple things.
Yep.
Yes.
Totally agreed with that. That's why I also like Perona, but I also have to say, Perona is my favorite, with Boa Hancock, my two favorite characters from One Piece. I love Perona so much. The art style of her is so cool. Also, the Altered leader looks so nice.
It looks amazing, yes.
Yeah, so nice. Okay, let's talk about your matchups. We didn't talk about your matchups yet. Let's talk about your matchups. If you know what you played against in starting from round 1, let's talk about it.
Sure. The first 2 rounds actually were against the black yellow, and it went well. I saw some blockers earlier to prevent too much damage, so I can later in the game drop some high cost and still be safe. And I went first, I believe, in both of them. Lost the die roll both times, and was able to drop the 9 drop both games on 9, and that kind of sealed the deal because they went able to remove it. Oh no, the second one dropped the 10 drop Kusan and was able to remove it that way. But I still had like a Krieg, a Gecko Mariah, and was able to win with the double attack. So yeah, that was the first 2 rounds. The third round was against the Bonnie, where Bingo came in clutch. Like I already told you, the Ice Age into Bingo combo removed the Hawkins, and I was able to go into phase then. So he was like really low on 2 lives or something, and then I could also drop again Zoro and just swing into his kit and won the game like that. The fourth matchup, was it the NL? I believe so.
Yeah, I think it was the NL,
yeah. Once again, the Zoro won me the game. My opponent went onto 0 life, so I was safe from the Raigo. So it was really, really safe to play the Zoro. If he didn't drop down to 0 life, I would have played Moria into Ice Age into Moria to remove then the 10 drop ace and kind of look if I can swing then into life and play the Zoro turn later. But since my opponent was like going to 0 life, I was like, okay, that's the perfect time for the Zoro.
Yeah, it was the perfect time.
Yeah. The fifth matchup was, I believe, another Bonnie. Yeah, I believe so. It was Bonnie. And against the Bonnie, it went nearly exactly the same. I could like search early game with the Momonosuke, find a Bingo, and with the Bingo I could then remove on 6 stun his when he dropped on 6 stun the Hawkins, I could remove it easily with Ice Age Bingo, and that from there on Zoro won the game.
I can't believe that we don't have Ice Age into Moria, into Rebecca, into Helmeppo, into Spendime, into Lucci, or Ice Age into Rocket Luffy, or what else. We have now Ice Age into Bingo.
Yeah, Ice Age Bingo, best play.
I can't get it. It's too funny to see Ice Age Bingo combo. Oh
yeah.
man, bro. We have to make that huge, guys. We have to make that huge. That Ice Age into Bingo combo.
Yes.
So crazy.
Play Bingo.
Play Bingo. Yeah, just play Bingo.
Yes. Then I believe that was round 5. Round 6 was kind of unfortunate. My opponent was a purple Luffy player. But he had connection issues, so
damn.
Yeah, he got a game loss that way. That was really, really like it feels bad to win this way, but
it's not your fault. It's
also
not his fault, but it happens.
Just
that's one bad point about online events. The connection needs to be very, very good. Shout out to Vodafone, not. Because I have big problems with my connection. But I hope you or the community doesn't have that much connection problems. But yeah, it can happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah, and the next round I played again into a black yellow. that game I lost, sadly. Spoilers. It went really unfortunate for me and really fortunate for my opponent. I got a nice game state with Krieg on board. I played the Zorro. He was then later able to remove the Zorro, so I couldn't pressure with it. But I was like, okay, gonna use double tick on Krieg to get some hand cards out of hand. Went all really well. Then he was on his tendon turn. He placed down Moria into Kusan Baby Sabo. My opponent didn't stack his life before, like no Makino, no what's the Hiyori, and yeah, he just hits blind Sabo.
No way.
Yeah, and I wasn't able to come back from that. Yeah,
that's crazy.
That was really insane. I was like, holy, that just lost me the game.
Wow.
Yeah, my opponent was like, yo, I'm telling all my homies I just hit blind Sabo.
Oh, bro, he needs to play a lottery. He needs to go to lottery.
Yeah.
That's
that
crazy.
Wow. Yeah. Then I played against the Black Luffy, and that was really one-sided for him. He was able to drop like high drops of his own, and I couldn't keep up with it. So that was really, really bad. Like Jack, and he played an 8-drop Sabo to shoot my Moria and the Rosinante blocker. So that went bad for me. I did a hero play with like I rested both Rebeccas, who both needed some cost reduction because Luffy makes them
5 cost. Yeah.
5 cost, and I can't rest them, which really, really sucks for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I needed 1 Tsuru, 1 Toy Soldier, and an Iso to rest both blockers, which is really expensive. So I had 4 turn left, and I swung 7 with lead and 7 with Borsalino blocker. I didn't go through. He had like 6 cards in hand and all counter. So that was my second loss. And then the last round I played against Black Yellow again. And I was able to play it on Krieg. I was able to play it on safely Zorro, and that just won the game.
Wow.
Like, yeah, a lot of Black Yellow. So my call today to cut the 10-drop Dofi for the Zorro was correct.
Absolutely, it was. That was the right call there. How is the matchup against Doflamingo for Perona?
It's kind of like I thought Perona would be like really amazing into Dofi because you are able to rest the forecast, you shoot forecast, so that feels really good. But if Dofi hits like a lot of Jin base early, you are just not able to keep up. Like you can remove one, but you're 4-life leader, and you kind of run a lot of bricks with the Moria, the Zorro, the Ryuma, and Ice Edge, for example. So you can kind of brick, and if the Dofi is able to just spam the board freely and play out more than one character early, it looks tough. But Brick helps with the matchup, like being able to just shoot 2 costs, 2 4 cost, feels really good. Especially since over the leader ability, the character come invested, so it's you don't need to waste leader ability on that.
True.
Yeah, so that it depends, I guess, on how well the Dofi is.
Yeah,
and
I would agree with that.
And if you are able to, like, if you have Krieg in your start hand, you 100% get the end, because this card is really important.
Absolutely, it is very important against Dofi. So, 2 more questions I have.
Sure.
First question: would you change anything here on this list?
What I've been thinking about is like going down an ISO, for example, and going up a 0-cost event.
Okay.
Because first of all, you run a lot of rigs, but also the green 0-cost event, it has the trigger to rest a 4-cost, which can come in nicely against like Dofis.
Yeah, true.
especially if they just played from hand like a 2/4 cost. So not needing another way to rest the character would be really nice for Perona. So that is thought. But other than that, I'm really happy with the list. It like the Zorro, if you're expecting like, I don't know, 60% Dofi and Lucci, I can see if you go down on it.
Yeah.
But with a lot of Black Yellow and Enel, you really, really need this card.
Absolutely. That's why I think you need to play that Zorro, because we have BY Luffy being the most presented leader by far, the most consistent leader. Dofi also, last week, Dofi was the most played leader, both events, but there was no Dofi at the top seats. It was only BY Luffy, Bonnie that won, and what else? I think that's it. No Lucci even. This event now, it was Nami in the final that lost, but second place. Did a deck profile with him also. You can check that one out. We got BY Luffy's a lot, and one Dofi, I think there was. So I think Dofi maybe is not in the same position as in Asia, because in Asia we see Dofi being by far the best leader. But for the 4 major events, he didn't won any major event yet. I think the major event, 2 Blackbeards won, 1 Lucci and 1 Purple Luffy. So Dofi didn't won a big event there, and I think it will be the same for us. I don't know. I just have the feeling.
Yeah, I've been also wondering about like, why isn't the Dofi, who clearly was announced as the best deck of the format after 8.5 and maybe even in 2.9, why isn't like topping crazy like here?
True.
And maybe it's because a lot of people are expecting Dofi, so they kind of counter build the deck. So
that's exactly
maybe that's why.
That's exactly the thing, and I think it will change in OPO 9 with new leaders that will arrive, like Shanks, Blackbeard, and BY Luffy will be played less than now. Also, Lucci will be played less than now. So I think then Dofi will be in a better position than in 8.5. So my pick also in 8.5 should be BY Luffy. But that's coming to my next question. Would you stay with Perona for 8.5?
For 8.5?
Yeah. Would you stay for Perona? Would you change if you let's say you got a your ticket for a main event and you play that main event? What leader would you pick? Is it Perona?
For me personally, I believe it would still be Perona, just because I've got some experience on the deck. I'm really confident in the plays I'm making, so I can I know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I
makes sense.
hope. And I believe that's more important for me personally than like playing the best deck. But I also get frustration of like just some decks are just so much better.
Yeah.
And it's just obvious. So for me personally, I would say I'm gonna play Perona if I'm playing a major tournament, just because I really like the deck and I try it. But if I would be like a new player and I would be like, okay, do I pick up Perona? I don't think I would recommend it, just because it's a lot of frustration just by default.
Yeah, I would agree that. Now I got one more, and the last question: are you looking for a deck for OPO 9?
I've been testing out some Perona with the new Perona card, the Füllerbug Searcher. But I believe I'm gonna switch to Shanks.
To Shanks?
Because Shanks. I really enjoy the playstyle. It's like not a typical red deck. Like you play kind of slow, remove somebody, and then you can drop late game your high drops. So I've been enjoying that playstyle.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna test out Perona. Maybe find out some secret sauce. And
like the bingo.
Yes, exactly, like the bingo.
Crazy. Now this card has some different meaning for me now after this deck profile. Wow. Okay. So thank you for the deck profile. You have the last words. If you want to give a shout out to someone, you can just give a shout out.
Yeah, I would like to give a shout out first to some of the guys at Locus from my Locus who are really amazing. They supported me during this tournament.
Mhm.
They were like, "Yo, you got it, you go 9-0,"
Nice.
which sadly didn't happen. But like the positive reinforcement was so amazing. So shout outs to all of them.
Yeah, very nice. Shout out to you guys. So thank you for the deck profile again. Leave a like, leave a follow. If you got any questions, write it down in the comment section. We will take care of it. And then see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.